There's nothing more exciting than to hear, congratulations, you've been accepted into the coding bootcamp. And then you realize, ooh, how am I going to pay for it? It's okay. I got you covered. Stay tuned. I'll let you know how to get the money you need in order to attend the coding bootcamp of your choosing. Stay tuned.
What we do here is go back.
So there's a few practical ways that you can get the money that you need in order to attend your coding bootcamp. The first thing I recommend is to use your 401k. So if you've been a working professional and you have a 401k that you've been contributing to, then I suggest that you use it. That's what I did. I worked at a company for 3 years and built up a 401k. It wasn't a whole bunch of money, but it was enough to get me by, and that's all I needed. So I suggest doing that, checking to see how much it is. If you're going to use your 401k, I recommend that you understand the penalties involved with that. They will tax you depending on whether it's state tax or just federal level. Make sure that you get all those details in order before you cash it in. So make sure you understand the restrictions and everything else. And if you're okay with it, then go for it. The second thing is to pay out of pocket. Hey, if you've got the money to pay out of pocket, cool. Awesome. You're awesome. If you have the money in a savings account as well, that could be included as out of pocket. So I'd say recommend going ahead and using that. So any kind of savings, I don't know if you do bonds, if you do stocks, maybe you've got old school savings bonds that you've been holding out on since you were 4 years old. I don't know your life, but if you do, then I suggest cashing them in and getting what you can for them in order to contribute to your education. The third thing is a GoFundMe page. Now, I didn't use this, but maybe you know some people that'd be willing to fund your education. These can be very helpful. So I recommend to you to go ahead, and if you haven't done it before, maybe try it, see what happens. Spread the word through your social media profiles. Spread the word about what you're trying to do and what you're trying to accomplish. I recommend if you're gonna go through the GoFundMe page that you are actively representing that you are trying to better yourself. So personally, I'm not going to fund you if I don't see that you're not putting in the work. So if you don't have anything out there to show that you're working, then you're not getting my quarters. So I would highly recommend that you show what you're doing, or maybe make a video about you coding, something that shows that you're actually actively pursuing this. And then give people your social media information, and if you have a GitHub profile, let them see that. Or if you're able to crank out like a landing page or something like that, that's pretty simple. And if you just know HTML and CSS, those things could be cool to do. I know you're thinking, well, if I could do that, I wouldn't need a coding bootcamp. Coding bootcamps are more for like learning hardcore JavaScript, Node.js, things like that. So if you know a little bit about HTML and CSS, I mean, you could literally go on Codecademy and learn those things, which you should have been doing had you followed my first video, which says go to Codecademy or free source to make sure that you like it first before you go into going through the coding bootcamp process. If you reach a larger audience with your GoFundMe page, they may not understand what you're doing or that sort of thing. So I would also have links about the coding bootcamp itself, which one that you plan to attend, and kind of like what you want to do afterwards. So you have all that information solid. And it's good for them, and it's even better for you because it gives you a solid plan of your action. The fourth thing is to get a loan. Don't be ashamed if you don't have a savings, if you don't have anything out of pocket, if you don't have 401k, if you are not hip to the GoFundMe thing and you're like, no thanks, get a loan. It's the last resort, but it could be the thing that bridges the gap between being absolutely not where you want to be at and being in an exciting career. So you can kind of take the gamble yourself. So I know what you're thinking. There's so many places to get a loan. Where do I get a loan from? How do I go about doing it, Tiffany? Help me. Well, I'll help you. You don't have to beg. It's okay. Stay tuned.